I got up, saw the blood on my quilt, and scrubbed the spots until my fingers stung. Pulled my hair up in a bun and grabbed my shower things. In the mirror, I saw cuts inside my lip. Watched my own silent screams as I brushed the bleeding hickeys off my neck. Got in the shower and washed the ghost of his mouth off mine.
I had to get ready.
My friends and I had plans. And I wanted no one asking questions.
After it happened, in the days that followed,
the world outside my body
moved through molasses.
As I warped through hyper speed.
Like the reel of a movie. The glitch buffers.
Everything was off.
And I had to remind myself to be present.
So I held my own hands, caressed the marks he left there.
Tried to ignore the blood pooling in a rectangular bruise at the base of my spine.
Tried to ignore the screaming pain inside myself where the doctor sewed me up.
Tried to ignore the feeling I was peeling apart again.
Every time I moved.
Trying to ignore the crack in my chest where a great weight fell.
For something quiet and vicious.
Everyone talks about the monsters living in dark corners, but no one talks about the monsters living in your chest, feeding on your pain and burning your rage, your sorrow. Everyone talks about the planter, but no one talks about the seed or what it grows out to be. A monster inside. I said nothing of my pain,
thinking that if I held this tight enough, the truth would never escape my chest and wouldn't infiltrate my brain.
I became queen of a territory that didn't even exist.
Let the monster feed on the list of reasons why I wouldn't speak at all.
Let the rage fill me up
Until I wasn't me anymore.
Until that monster broke down the door to my control center.
And I lost contact with myself.
I became something else entirely.
Sucking on a baby bottle of tequila and an overwhelming amount of food around 4 a.m. Hold it down.
Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down.
There, hold it.
Are you okay? Are you okay? I know something's bothering you. Whatever it is, it can't be that big. What's wrong? Say it. Do I have to do something?
There's a monster inside. Deep,
Dark,
black, and empty, and ravenous, and sucking on my breath.
like a Tootsie Pop.
Trying to find the prize at the center. How many licks?
But the licks are more like punches! Like lockjaw bites and roundhouse kicks, and it won't leave me alone! There's a monster inside.
Sitting almost unmoving.
In the cage of my bones.
A spark!
A snap!
A click of the knuckles!
As a rock monster becomes swung and rushes through my veins.
Painting their casing in midnight tar.
Clouding my bones and speckling my brain in flecks of liquid stone too hot to shake away.
Eyesight
Blind.
pupils expanding black.
And cheekbones cool as blue-green fire.
Rage swinging, always swinging, lava burning, always simmering in rage. Always caged until a finger takes that gun and pulls the trigger. Body screaming, always moving, always seething. Heartbeat drenched in licorice goo, both lips caked in super glue. Body screaming, always screaming, always
I feel it, but I'm not supposed to feel it.
Like black mold crawling on the ceiling.
track marks of a memory. I worked so hard to forget.
To flashbacks.
They come whenever they please.
And I couldn't stop reading. Accompanied by the sounds of sucking on teeth
And the smell of Burberry cologne.
And the metallic scent of too much blood mixing in the air.
Tile, lamppost light.
Crushed hand.
Stamped back.
Five-starred face.
And the mathematics of the tiles on the ceiling. Counting the tiles on the ceiling. And my whole body crumbles to the ground.
Pounding in my head like a hammer on rock, chipping and echoing over an unseen cliff.
The panic, a snake in my spine. Venom, paralyzing, enters my brain.
Skin running in multiple directions. Bones full of lead.
Thinking in the sounds of underwater waves. Everything inside me is jumping. It's not real. It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
mud, and I'm tired of fighting it.
I just want to lie in it.
Let it swallow me up.
Just for a moment. So I can feel broken. So I can feel my own death.
Cut the strings of silence that wrap like fishing line around my throat and start whispering my truth.
Stating it.
Speaking it.
Talking it out. Telling the ones I love, one by one, what happened.
I was raped in the garbage room, in a flat where he was squatting.
In a tent on a camping trip. In my childhood home.
At the beach 6 summers ago.
By the boy whom I thought was my friend.
I've started planting life in the light.